friends. Boom! Oh my gosh. Oh dear Lord. See how that handle lays back? Did you just see that like that? The C30 does this. So if you like a C30 in your hands, this is similar to that in the fact that when you grab the belly, it goes like this. But when you come back, it does not. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Watch. Here it goes. It's starting. There it goes. And then you come back up and it lays out again. This is the only spot that it does, friends. There's a lot that goes, oh my gosh. Oh dear.
Yep. I'm back. Back from Indiana. They're so... I shoot a lot of video, friends. And it kind of gets quite condensed. Anyways, you know the deal. You've been here long enough. I designed this handle. It is now on the website. I have built 1, 2, 3, 4 axes now with this handle. 1, 2, 3 or 4, and I got another one coming, but it is sweet. You've heard me say, so I'm just going to show some splitting footage. This is me splitting some of that big stuff up. You've only seen little pieces of it. I'm just going to shoot some hand splitting, and I'm feeling good. You guys know how much I like swinging an axe, and I want to share some stuff with you. So I'm gonna. And if you have, and I've said this before, if you have an old maul head sticking around, I've changed the profiles on these mauls. I wish I had it in the elm that I just came from at Decals. I seriously wish I had this new handle. I'm gonna build one and send it to Decal. Decal, he's got a splitter and stuff like that. He don't use the axe a lot, but he likes to once in a while. So I like to have an axe, and I like to have stuff that I use to these places that I go from time to time. Let's get into it. I'll stop flapping. It's nice to be home. I'm glad you're here. Work hard, be honest, be kind. I'll see you inside.
There's this guy here, and this is actually more the top of the tree. It's good size. It was a good size stem. There's the smaller stuff over there.
Good morning, friends. Good evening or good afternoon, wherever you are watching. Thanks and welcome to Buck and Billy Ray's YouTube. You know, friends, this tree, we've shot a lot of content with this tree. I think this is our 5th video. But I'm not the kind of guy that just whappity snap and hits the road. I'm going to help this gentleman get this tree processed. And that's what we do here now.
So I brought some axes, and I actually just, well, I'm actually very excited. You see the handle? See that one there? That ox head? I cut the straight handle off it because it was very strange to handle. It was all bit, no pole, as you can see. When you have an axe with no pole, it pulls you forward, and that's fine, and that's but not for me. I like to be in control of my axes. This wood's starting to get big here, like it's big. So this was, but here it is here. Oh, there's still a face on it from the yard work. Here it is here. There's my boot. So it's a 30-inch tree, bark to bark. It's 30 inches across the stump. There it is. They're big. It's big. And it's kind of coarse second growth. Like, it's only 50 years old, this tree. Friends, I made this axe. I've been talking about this handle now for a while. We've got one from the late 1800s, early 1900s is what started this whole freaking thing. But I'm talking about handles today, friends. Handles is what I'm talking about, and how they react and what they do. That's a C30 right there. And if you've ever held a C30 from Whiskey River, great handle. It was one of the nicer handles, but you can see it's got a belly. It's got some sexiness to it. There's my handle, straight up. That's my handle right there. Okay, that's the wood bullet handle below the curve, and that's what I wanted. See this high point here? The old fawn's foot, deer leg? You can literally get both hands behind it. It completely changes. That's scary. Friends, so I just built this axe. It's 34.5 inches. It's an ox head. It's a work axe, friends. It's not a, yes, it's a chopper. Yes, it is. You can see, look at how beautiful that water looks glistening off of that. But look at the profile of it. Here, let me get it so you can actually see the profile. I'll put it down. Look at it, friends. It's actually, it's quite thick, but I did some magic to it here. Look at it. Oh. Okay. It's about 25 degrees. I didn't want it super duper sharp. It is a big walloping split axe. Oh dear, did you just see that? I thought you might have. Here's my wood bullet. I like my axes to stick this right now. Okay, so I like a big palm swell, friends. I'm stoked to swing this axe today. I'm gonna shut up and start going for it. On the wood bullet, see how it kind of kicks back? Do you guys know what I'm saying? Okay, now this axe, let's look at this a minute. Let's do this. Here, this is what started it all. This handle from Jonesy, okay? See, you see what I'm talking about? See Jonesy's? He sent me this. It's Jatoba. 5.5 pounds of steel out there. And it is scary. That is my when the wood gets ugly, that's the axe I grab along with my freaking gorilla. This is super exciting. Let's get rolling. So the thing about this axe, friends, it's big. It's 6 pounds. And I'm gonna smash up the bit if I'm splitting on the ground. It's just gonna happen. So, do I want that to happen? Not really with this axe right now. So I'm gonna incorporate what I know and most of us know as the flick. This is scary. This is really scary. Oh my goodness graciousness. So you can see the knots, right, friends? It's a big handle. See the flick there? Like that. This is actually a big piece of wood. It was one of the last ones. There we go. So these will be very tough because they got these great big stinking knots in them. Oh, this is a nice axe to swing. Oh, we got one there. We got lucky there. There we go. See that? Right into the grass. And it won't take long. It won't take long. Wow. Look at this.
So, friends, I switch axes because I just sharpened this thing. I think you remember that from the last week ago. It's super sharp, and I do not want to be digging into the rocks. I want to preserve this axe a bit, so yeah. I'm going to use this one from the 1800s because I've already split the stuff in half with the big one. But I'm going to get going on this, and I'm going to just show you some of this action with how this axe, this is convex, this axe. This is one of the axes that started my journey to the wood bullet, friends. You've all seen it. This is my handle. This axe now that I'm talking about, not the big sheriff. We'll come back to the sheriff in a minute. But I want you to just inspect this little tool.
I don't mind. I can flick it a little better. See, friends? So again, I bring different axes for different wood. This is that one from the 1800s. Okay?
So friends, this tool, as I've already said, was one of the axes that really made me think to reach out to a blacksmith years ago when I was getting ready to go after the wood bullet. This is the predecessor to it. The profile is anyway. And believe it or not, the axe is part worn out, which when you wear an axe out, it gets thicker. Most axes do. And it was just the perfect convexness. It spits the axe out of the wood, as you'll see here in a minute. Like
now,
you,
friends, that piece.
you can't get
here.
stuck. Like it's impossible to get this axe stuck. It's the proper profile.
They can do what they want with that. Here we go. But these great big stinking knots, like this here, friends, once you get to this stage, you're gonna wanna put your knots at the bottom, friends. Like this. Put them at the bottom. See, I bounced straight up off of there. Hey? Oh, you see that? Squeeze that out of there? Watch. Hey? 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 Oh, you see that? Squeeze that out of there? Watch. Watch this, friends. Squeezes it. So we dance around the knots. Here's another situation. See this one? Right? There's a great big stinking knot right there. You're basically at the stage now. Look what it does. Look at the size of it. It comes rolling up into here. I always say run it against, if you want to get this smaller, don't chop down on the knot. Peel it off like this. Chop this away so it kind of breaks off instead of hammering down into the base of it. Does that make sense, friends? So if you wanted to go try and cross through the knot, you would split this way, like this. I hope you can see that. And you're not going anywhere with that. It's not happening. So you could take a sliver off it, like that. Look at that, dead square stopped in the knot. Look at. It's not worth it. It's not worth the energy or time. So that's why I scrape the sides off these things. Like that. There's a nice piece of firewood and you can actually see what it did. Can't you? Run with your knots, friends. Run with them. Okay? That's all I can say to you. This is all split. This is all split now to the knots. So whatever they decide they want to do with that is up to them. They've split a bunch of firewood in their time, so they'll be good. But again, this here, see, you got a piece here. You can take that off there with no problems. Hey, okay. There it is. Boom. That's it. I know you guys have seen me do this before many times. This is an easy one. But you're gonna break your axe if you don't take the time, friends, to move your wood around out of there. You got all these TikToker wood splitters out there and guys like me on the internet splitting firewood. Each of them will have something for you. So grab it and run. I'm quite tickled with this this big axe that I'm running. So that axe I just put down, friends, was from the this is one of my ones that actually urged me on to build the wood bullet, is that axe right there. That's the one. That's one of them. There was two. And then I found another, which was three. And we ended up here. Right there is where we ended up. Right? That was from Bradley. And then from there, we ended up with the one that you're holding, that's holding on to you, is this one. This is where we ended up. After all them years of horsing around, this is where we ended up. Okay? The wood bullet. An axe that does not get stuck and that does the business. Boom. It's over. So now we just chip away. We find our little spaces between our knots and away we go. This is why I like this axe. It's convex. It just literally jumps out of the wood, this one, friends. This is the wood bullet, and it is, I'm so proud of this tool, friends. Seriously, I know I talk about it, but if you want yourself an axe head, just remember, you buy the axe head, you've always got the head. You want to change a handle or it breaks, you freaking have your own axe. That's where the business is at. So don't forget about that. Let's put this here now, like this, and put you guys over here. And we'll split some other ones here now. Hey. Mr. Hoffman made that axe for me. You won't be sorry. Any wood bullet owners out there? Look at this thing. Look at it. Come on. I've got my name on a freaking axe, friends. Blows my mind. A lot of thought went into that. So, yes, it's just me splitting firewood again, friends. That's what today is. Here I am, but it's different today. I'm on a big axe, one that I just hafted on my new handle. That's the specialty about today. This is big firewood. Look at the weight of this. Oh my goodness. Oh, ho, ho. I almost don't even want to, like, I mean, this is what we're dealing with, friends. I sharpened it up today. Look at that thing. Oh dear. Hey, Louie?
Yeah.
Did I show you this?
You don't need them all, eh?
Look at this sucker.
Yeah.
That's 6 pounds right there, Louie. 6 pounds, and I just put an edge on it so I can grab wood like that.
Is that the handle you got the other day?
This is the ones that showed up, yeah. 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 This piece is pretty good here. Look at that. Just zero effort. Done. Oh, that's glorious. Morgan. My buddy Morgan's coming to get the power saw. Remember that muffler we were playing around with the other day?
Oh, yeah.
There he is. Knot going on. This is a massive, massive knot. I could grab my craziest axe I have and wallop this, and it'll just bounce, if not anything. Yeah, there it goes. Look at that, friends. Look at it. It's not happening. So you got to run with your knots. I feel like I'm, saying it 1,000 times. The only thing you might be able to do, is bust off the heartwood there. A little chunk of the heartwood. Maybe. This is right there, just like I said. Look at this, friends. There it is. And the knot, the end of the knot is literally right there. There it is. That knot runs all the way through. Yeah, go away. No more knots for me. Shoulder's feeling not bad, friends. Not bad at all.
Big nuts.
Oh, don't go there. Go to a super nice splitting axe. But I don't want to bust up my tool, so what I can do is do this. Put a piece of wood in front of it. You see? And then if I stay on the outside, like out here, it'll go through and then it'll tag a piece of wood underneath there. It's just one way to save your tool out. See, because these are nuts. I'm telling you. They're nuts. Okay, I got to get spread out a bit here.
So friends, this may sound strange to you, but you've heard me and watched me through the years do this, going back from, I've been doing it my whole life. So there's a way to release your will upon an axe, and it's the rock and the sock technique. Like I talk about a whipping action, and all your energy ends up out at the head. Do you know what I mean by that? Like that's why I spend a lot of time out at the end there. Like sometimes I won't even choke up on the axe. I'll just swing it around and my hands will both just stay at the palm swell. But there is a way to maximize inertia, power, speed, throwing these things around. I will tell you this for a fact. It is way more to do with where you hit than how hard you hit. That is without a doubt, friends. I ask anybody who's been on an axe for 40 or 50 years. You ask them that. It is not power. Power and strength helps. There's only a few good wood splitters on the internet that I've seen, and they have it. They're not afraid. They're not afraid to swing the axe. Accuracy's huge, but it's more about where you hit the wood. This axe, friends, is my new sheriff. That's what I call it. Its name is the sheriff. It is big. and long handled, and it is for big, nasty wood. So friends, I'm so grateful for your time and your attention here on this channel. I've only got a few things in life to offer, and I believe this is important, and I believe it's a lost art. And these fiberglass handles develop bad habits. If you're interested in being an axeman, like I will lay out all my main axes, my wooden, vintage, like sweet axes. I'll lay them out in a row, and you will see that the handles are still together. There's hardly zero overstrike, and I'm not saying I don't overstrike. It happens by nature. It's the nature of the beast. But they're not torn up, and there is a way to do this. So if it means nothing to you, click along. But if it does, the next video that's coming up is going to help you. This chopping block thing is great. It is. Using a chopping block is great, but you can split good wood on the ground and not blow out your axe bit. And I'm going to show you that next video. I showed it to you a little bit today, but we're going to get right into it, because you're losing power by using those 16-inch chopping blocks, and your axe hits at your belt level or even higher. It makes zero sense for efficiency. Get a small chopping block, maybe 12 inches high. You should be connecting around your knees level or slightly higher, just in that zone between your knees and your belt buckle. You ever notice how it's called the toe of the axes are all worn out on most axes? The toe, which is the very top. See how I'm connecting with the wood here? It's not the most efficient, but the wood's not really hard to split. You're better to hit with the center of the bit of the axe, center to more the forward. It just works better. It gives the wood more contact. And it also, like inertia-wise, you'll see, when you're splitting your wood, you'll notice when you hit with the middle of the bit, for some reason, the wood cooperates better than with the toe. You can actually break axe handles too by hitting with the toe.
I'm really impressed with that axe.